eyeglasses ripoff. And boy, I was watching some videos of people getting glasses and whatnot, and just by chance, a 13-year-old kid popped up talking about being ripped off by a multi-billionaire company. He talked about an article. This kid seemed smart, well-spoken, but he talked about an article about one company owning about 95% of all the eyeglass manufacturers. And so, of course, I searched for the article. Now, I'm going to link to this kid's video. It is good. He wears glasses, apparently. He admits he sees significantly better with them. But I checked his thumbnails, and most of them he wasn't wearing them. So he's probably not all that bad yet. But at 13, his eyes could definitely change. But, of course, I had the comment saying you need to check out Zenni Optical. But, he does say one thing in the video that may not be true. He mentions this company, and like I say, I'm going to try to link to the article in the comments. Because I'm going to link to his video in the description and the article in the comments. But he does mention that they can scam you into saying you need glasses when you don't because they own the optometrist practices. Well, I don't believe that's all the way true. He mentions they owns lens crafters, or the article does one. But most of the lens crafters I know of, the optometrist office, this is in the United States down next to them, is independent of them. But they just happen to lease space from them, or lease space usually in a mall. I go to an optometrist that's next to a lens crafters, and I haven't used lens crafters in 20 years or more than that, back in the 90s. But this article mentions this company owns both Ray-Ban and Oakley. Now, why the federal regulators didn't step in and put a stop to this, because they just let a monopoly go. That's what the kid calls it, a monopoly, and he seems like a smart kid. Now, getting back to prescribing unneeded glasses, I have suspected that goes on. I would love to find somebody, or one of the TV stations, or something, find somebody, have them checked out by a certified optometrist that they don't need glasses, and send them to a couple random places and see what they do. Now, I do know the National Enquirer newspaper, I remember reading this, it's been 25, 30 years ago or more, did an article. They had one of the reporters who did not need glasses checked out by an optometrist, maybe an ophthalmologist, I don't remember for sure, sent to several different optometrist practices, and some of them he was prescribed glasses. Kind of a sting by the Enquirer. They used to do some of that kind of stuff. I remember one they did, they tuned up a car, did the whole 9 yards. I'm getting off track a little bit. Then unhooked the plug wire and took it in, and some of them did the same tune-up. Some of them, put the plug wire back on, no charge. But the Enquirer did a sting on this, and I wish I had the article. I wish it was, if it's online somewhere, post a link in the comments, please. I'd love to read it again, but just been my opinion. This is a smart kid, although I looked at his videos. I thought about subscribing, but most of his videos don't interest an old person, but his saying that eyeglass monopoly, and the article's only a little over a year old, and it's by an insider, not really in the industry anymore. So there is some eyeglass scams going on. Talks about the markup. The markup is totally ridiculous. I mean, I understand they're in business to make a profit, like any business, but you have people over a barrel. There are people, and I'm not one of them, unfortunately, who cannot function without eyeglasses or contacts, and they take advantage of that. And of course, the stronger prescription, the more they charge. The federal regulators missed the boat on this one big time, but again, disclaimer, strictly my opinion for what it's worth.